Lauren.
So here I'm talking to my client about her injury, which is a patella tendonopathy and reactive phase injury. This is caused by mechanics like repetitive jumping and landing, which is really high in demand for a sport like cheerleading. The reason why I focused on early stage rehab was to reduce the pain, whereas you still activated the muscles. I focused on isometric controlled exercises, which is why I picked the wall sit, and this is due to the activation of muscles without excessive strain. It's about rebuilding strength safely before progressing to loads. So the reason why I picked 3 sets under 45 seconds each is because it provides enough time and attention to begin restoring strength and mobility without causing irritation. So the muscles contracting would be the quadriceps, which is the rectus femoris, the vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and the vastus intermedialis, as well as the gluteus maximus and the core stabilizers. Okay, so here my client has asked me to regress the movement due to it being too hard for her to do, which is why I've told her to reduce the angle of the knee bend and as well as decreasing the hold time. However, if my client wanted to progress this exercise, I would tell her to do a unilateral wall sit as well as adding a slight external resistance. Okay, so my 3 coaching tips for this exercise would be: number 1, maintain the knee stay in line with the toes, and this would avoid knee valgus. 2, keeping the spine pushed against the wall and to engage the core. And 3, holding the position steady, ensuring the weight is even in both feet and the toes are stuck to the floor like they are glued there.
Amazing, 10 more seconds. Thank you. That was a really good posture stand. How does that feel?
Felt better coming up from the regression rather than the original one.
So now this one, our second exercise.
Okay, so my next exercise is a unilateral straight leg raise, which is a perfect exercise due to it allowing strength in the quadriceps isometrically and concentrically whilst minimising stress. The knee remains straight throughout the exercise, meaning there's no compressive load on the injury, as well as it restores neuromuscular control and prevents a muscle atrophy.
Injured leg down flat, and then just raise it up so you feel comfortable. Raising it up. Make sure before you do it, you squeeze your quads tight, and then bring it.
The muscles contracting is the quadriceps, especially the rectus femoris, as well as the hip flexors, especially the iliopsoas as a stabilizer. It is direct activation of the patella tendon.
And then bringing your good leg to the bell.
So my 3 coaching tips for this exercise would be: number 1, tightening the thigh first to help engage the muscle. 2, lift slowly till about 45 degrees and engage the core to avoid lower spine arch. And lastly, keeping the hips level, and this is to avoid your pelvis twisting the movement. Okay, so for this exercise, I've asked my client to do 3 sets of 10 reps with a 20-second hold in between. Okay, so 2 progressions of this exercise would be: number 1, to add ankle weights, which was to increase the load, and number 2, add an isometric hold at the end. A regression would be to shorten the arc quad set, meaning you're placing a towel into the knee and pressing down. Another one would be an assisted leg lift, using a strap or help from a coach to help lift the leg during the first phase, but lowering yourself. Okay, so here you can see I'm asking my client to progress this movement, so I've added her to add on the isometric hold in between, and we'll be doing 5 more reps just to see how the control of the movement is.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can see your legs shaking a bit, so we're just going to do 1 more, okay? So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,